Yeah. Big baby JTV, like, comment, sub. Shout out to the new subscribers. Let's get it. Nore. Huh? Noriega. Super thug. Mr. What? Went begging and backpedaling on the Breakfast Club. Basically apologizing for Kanye, for platforming Kanye, for his his views. Now keep in mind, if y'all didn't know, Nore hosts a podcast called Drink Champs, really good podcast, and they had Kanye on this weekend. And in Kanye fashion, because let me make it very clear, Kanye is marketing. Kanye is trying to be a shock jock. Kanye is probably going to have an album out or a product out. That's why he's going off these days. He went to Drink Champs. Kanye did. You know what I'm saying? And of course, he said some super, wild rhetoric. I'm going to be real. Anti-Semitic rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? For shock value. Right? For shock value, like I just said a second ago, because he's ready to market. He's ready to sell something. Right? And within the 4 hours he was on the podcast, you got to understand where Kanye really is coming from. And for me, as a fan of Kanye, I fully understood what he was doing and I fully got it. Now, to be honest, the comments that Kanye wrote, yes, they were reprehensible. You know what I mean? But some of it, specifically concerning Jewish folks, right, was accurate and factual. Okay? Now, it's interesting to me, right, how Nick Cannon, about a year ago, said pretty much similar things to what Kanye said, right? And they almost pulled him out of a Wild 'N Out. Literally, they were ready to replace him and take away his money. And then he went on a whole apology tour because he said something that he believed in and that was against the mainstream narrative. Now, let me make this perfectly clear. I respect the Jewish people. I have no problem with the Jewish people, but it's very obvious and factual that there is a lot of Jewish influence within the media, especially music. Okay? If y'all want to take a little history lesson, especially hip hop, by the way, search up Jerry Heller, right? And NWA, right? Search up Leor Cohen, right? There is a lot of powerful Jewish folks within the music industry. Does that affect media, specifically music, which Kanye is a part of? Yes, right? And ultimately, what Kanye was saying, at least how I perceived it, was that he was going to essentially fight the establishment. Now, did he misplace his words? Did he say things that are offensive to a lot of people? Absolutely. But he was doing that to shock, okay? And why he was comfortable saying that and doing that was, of course, the man is on Noriega's podcast, Nore, and he's close to Nore. He knows him. But what I hate is that Nore had to go and do a whole apology tour on the Breakfast Club, and Punk, Charlemagne the God, was essentially forcing him to apologize. Bro, this is why people have conspiracies. This is why Kanye thinks the way he thinks. Because if you had your friend on your platform, why are you apologizing for having him on? You know what I mean? Maverick Carter and LeBron James, it makes sense. They don't give a F about Kanye and his thoughts. They're just there to get the bag, right? And if they were to platform Kanye, they know that they could potentially lose the bag. And that's why I'm upset at Nore, because I believe that he is apologizing because he felt forced. Now, who are those forces? I don't know. I won't even spell it out. Y'all can guess if you want. But ultimately, Nore is weak for this. And this almost proves Kanye's point that there is an establishment, regardless of what denomination they are. There is a black establishment. There's a left-leaning establishment. There is a white establishment. There is also Jewish establishments. Let's just be factual about these things, right? How people can get deplatformed and literally taken off all kind of company social media platforms for not going to a specific narrative and understanding. So Nore, you're a punk for that. You're a punk for that. Watch the whole Kanye interview and you'll understand where he's coming from. At least that's how I see it. Big Baby JTV, like, comment, sub. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. I'm out, bro.